What are the symptoms of an electrolyte imbalance? I've done this video before, but let's hit it again. And what are the darn solutions? Because last video people were tripping that I need to give more solutions. So here we go. Welcome everyone, welcome to my very humble channel. Let's get right on to the solutions of an electrolyte imbalance. Now first, the stupid symptoms, they're very annoying. It's heart palpitations, headaches, dry cotton mouth, right? Dehydration, chronic dehydration from doing carnivore or keto. You drop a lot of water. I explained this in the last video, so this is a part 2. Your body starts to take fluid from anywhere to have communication between the cells and have the muscles contract, like taking from your colon and drying out your stool, and then you produce constipation. And a lot of carnivore gurus get this wrong, that when you are eating one meal a day and you're eating a bunch of meat and you're dropping a bunch of fluid and you're peeing out a lot of fluid from the kidneys, you get constipated. Most people do, and they might oscillate between loose stool and rock hard stool. But believe it or not, even loose stool can be constipation. It's your body's attempt to get the toxins out. So if anybody tells you that it's normal that you're not pooping, run the opposite direction. Solution for hard stool: drink water. And I think I said this the last video. Magnesium, sodium, potassium, but I'll go more into how much. But becoming hydrated is way beyond, and I mean way beyond, drinking water. People think, oh, I'm drinking enough water, because drinking too much water can dilute the sodium in your blood, which is what I was explaining before. And the opposite of doing that is don't drink too much and don't drink too little. And everyone is different on how much. You just got to start at least with 64 ounces of water a day, sipped throughout the day. Back pain is another symptom because, again, there's not enough fluid in your body for kidney filtration, liver, muscle contraction, pooping. You're dehydrated, you're drying out, and you need minerals. You need to consume the right minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and in certain amounts, and everyone's different, to allow water to go in and out of the cells. This is the problem. People eat a carnivore or ketogenic diet and they dump a bunch of water, which I explained, or fluid, in the last video, and then they don't replenish their electrolytes, or they're stressed out and they demolish their sodium, or they take in too much sodium and not enough potassium. The solution is don't take in too much sodium. And they feel tired, they feel brain foggy, they feel dried out, dry skin, constipation, and kidney pain, back pain. People don't recognize it as the kidneys, but it is. Yeah, you develop low blood pressure. So I don't understand. The solution is balance your electrolytes. Drink enough water, which I believe I said in the last video. At least 2 liters of water a day, sometimes 3, depends on how tall you are. If it's the summer, if you're sweating, if you're not. If you're doing nothing and you're 5'3" like I am, then why would you drink 3 liters of water, for example? You have to be careful also not to eat too much protein, because when you're dehydrated and then you have protein having to be filtered through the kidneys, that can exacerbate the problem with high uric acid levels. So balance your electrolytes. That was the point of yesterday's video. It's not that hard. You got to get in at least 1,000 milligrams of potassium. Now, that's not everybody, but that's general. That's a general rule for most people. You can have avocados. They can have up to 800 milligrams of potassium. And then there is some potassium in the meat. I know. Or you could do meat broth. Or if you have a hard time with histamine, you could do supplemental potassium. You can start with citrate. And if that's a problem, then there's bicarbonate and one more, gluconate. But citrate is the most kind to your kidneys, around 200 to 400 milligrams a day, and that's also very individual. Okay. More things about chronic dehydration. Get rest. Use a vibration plate. Swim. Exercise. Allow your lymphatic system to drain out properly. Because a lot of you guys are holding into waters in your leg. Water in your leg. And it can be from your thyroid or too much potassium because you guys haven't consumed enough sodium and then you have a potassium overload or you're taking too much potassium. Balance your electrolytes. Everyone is different. Magnesium is also important for so many reasons, like your hormones and vitamin D, and helping with histamine and relaxing your central nervous system. But there's all different kinds of magnesium. There's malate and glycinate, bisglycinate and citrate and bicarbonate and L-threonate or threonate, oxide. There's a ton for different reasons. So if you're having headaches, you can do L-threonate. If you're having issues with pooping, you can do oxide or citrate. But really, glycinate is the best. There's also magnesium chloride, which is great as a lotion, mainly. Some people have a histamine and they don't react, ironically, to magnesium chloride in supplemental capsule form, but it is the harshest to your kidneys. So you gotta experiment, pick and choose your battles. But definitely get on top of your electrolytes. Avocados, and don't do the pickles and don't do the coconut water. No. You could do pork, high in potassium. You can do pork broth or chicken broth, high in potassium. Certain seafoods and shellfish are higher in potassium. The meat broth is a great idea. The magnesium is like the only supplement I really push on low-carb diets because you're just hemorrhaging fluid. Yes, everyone should be taking a magnesium, hopefully magnesium skin lotion chloride or glycinate is fantastic for people with high blood pressure, because that's also what I spoke about. Low blood pressure because you guys don't take in enough salt or take in too much potassium and not enough salt, and you don't drink enough water, and you stress out, and cortisol just obliterates the balance of your sodium. So keep your stress down, and drink enough water, and get enough salt, and potassium, and magnesium, and you won't go through those symptoms that I put in the first video. And I'm out, because now I gotta vet. I have to edit this video, and give my horses a little foliage. Go to bed. Because I'm building a house, and I'm building a barn, and I'm building a guest room and on the second floor of the barn, and storage, and a little cottage for my mom, because I will not have my mother in nursing. No matter how much people say don't let your mom live with you, she'll drive you cuckoo. I don't care. She's 81, and she has a bunch of issues from the schmacks, the Schrader Bona, and just not taking better care of herself. And she's no longer ketogenic. Don't get it twisted. And I'm out. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com and book a consultation. You can also go to Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram and learn there. Go check out my stories. You'll see the update on this house build and all the animals. You can also go to my Facebook fan page, which is Stephanie the Business, as in the body business person, because my ass is almost 60 in 3 years. And all things like books and challenges, they will all get done. But your girl has taken on too much by herself. I started taking care of my mom. I got power of attorney. Had to yank it from someone else. I got power of attorney. And I'm taking care of all of her issues. And I'm trying to make her happy. And I'm trying to make the animals happy. And build homes and structures. And learn. So I can teach you guys. And we can all live better in this fracked up world that we live in today. It's not fracked up. Just some of the ding-dongs running it. And I'm out.